All right. Welcome, my guys. Here we are, Hygiene Elevated Conversations and Innovations. Tonight, it's just going to be myself and Amanda sharing some
Yay!
updates with you guys.
I've been on vacation for like 2 weeks, and so we are back in the swing of it.
Yes, we've got a lot of fun stuff lined up for you guys, too.
So many things.
Well, Amanda, I've been to several schools so far. And let's see, schools in Salt Lake City, Utah, schools in Farmington, New Mexico, schools in Orem, Utah. And later this week, I will be out in Oregon doing another school presentation.
That's super exciting. You're definitely getting around with the schools. So how has that been? So I'm from New Mexico, for those who don't know. And so I was kind of trying to prep Joffrey, like New Mexico is not the same as Utah. New Mexico, especially very rural, San Juan County, Farmington, not the same as Salt Lake City, Utah. So I was trying to prep her for what that was going to be like. So what was your experience in Farmington, Joffrey?
So all your advice was solid, like really great advice. It is a very rural area. The green chili was amazing. I loved eating
As
in
it
New
is.
Mexico.
That's right.
Yes, if
Not
you're ever
chili
in New
birdie,
Mexico, yeah,
green
not the
chili.
chili verde, green chili, and it was so good. Um, but I want to talk about the students out there.
Mhm.
This next generation of dental hygienists, they are like fierce, driven, community centric. I thought it was so cool that one of the students in the New Mexico hygiene program has plans to create a mobile dentistry and take it to the reservation. I just love that so much. So this next generation is doing some amazing things that will be happening.
I I love that a lot. So Farmington is part of the Navajo Nation. For those who aren't aware of that demographic of area, but Arizona, I think a little bit of southern Utah and New Mexico. I'm not sure about Colorado. I think Colorado as well. But that's the heart of the Navajo Nation. And if you've ever worked or driven through that area, it is such an incredibly underserved area in so many ways, but dentally is just staggering how far behind the reservation is on being served with care. So I love so much that she has that heart to be able to reach her own people in a practical way. Because sometimes on the reservation, transportation is not an option. So I think being able to go to people or knowing certain areas in the community that she's going to be able to reach better, that's so inspiring and practical, and not something that I would have ever thought of when I was in hygiene school. So her inspiration is fantastic.
I was completely blown away. I'm with you. I don't think I graduated thinking that kind of forward thinking. I
Right.
so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to follow her and see how it all comes turns out.
So you've got Oregon coming up as well. And so that's going to be very exciting to hear and see what they've got going on up in Oregon. But kind of following up on what you said about this next generation, we were at your CE event last night at Top Golf, and I got to socialize with Matt, who is a hygiene student here in Utah at Fortis College. And we were talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I was wanting to do dental because I was struggling with cavities when I was younger, but I just really want to focus on prevention. And so I want to do dental hygiene so I can really reach people earlier and focus on prevention." And just listening to him talk and the things that he wants to do, the vision that he wants to execute when he graduates, goodness, I'm excited for it. So, and hopefully we'll get him on the podcast so we can hear his plan and his vision for his future and what he's going to do for dental hygiene.
Amanda, that is such a good idea. We haven't had a student on the show yet.
We haven't.
That'll
We
be
haven't.
fun. That will be so fun.
A fun perspective.
But Topgolf was a lot of fun last night.
It
I think
was.
my shoulder's a little sore. I'm not like an avid golfer by any means.
That believe it or not, I've only been to Topgolf 3 times, and it has been in the last 3 months. So,
Oh, wow.
I know, and it's been on for special events, so it's kind of funny.
I thought the CE course last night went really well too. For those of you that weren't there, it was on leadership and persuasion for the dental hygienist. And I'd have to say my favorite part was when I got all the hygienists to do some like gratitude journaling. And it
Aw.
was just so fun. It was just wholesome.
Tragically, I missed the live version, but Joffree, redid her presentation this morning over brunch for me, so I got a personal presentation. So I need that CE code if you could give that to me later, Joffrey.
I'll see what I
Um,
can.
but it was really good. When you were going through it, it was very practical, leadership within the clinical side of it with relating to your coworkers, but then it was the influence of talking to your patients and kind of coming from that place of authority, but not pushy authority. That for me, that was a practical takeaway. So I really enjoyed the abbreviated version of your presentation at brunch this morning.
I I feel a little geeky now that everyone knows I shared my presentation with you at brunch.
At brunch.
But that's okay. It's who I am. It's fine.
Eh, we're also doing a podcast, so clearly there's
We
geek in
we
there.
can geek out about hygiene. It's great. Okay, Amanda, why don't you tell them some of our upcoming events?
Okay, so podcast guests that we have coming up. We are going to have Shelly from Hygiene Edge is going to be on our podcast. We're very excited about that. We're going to be talking about mobile dentistry. And something I did not know about Shelly's mobile dentistry is she is on bike, like a bicycle. I did not know that until again brunch this morning when Joffrey was telling me about it. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I knew it was mobile dentistry, but bicycle? What? So,
Mhm.
so we want to know. I really want to know so many more things now, about that. We're gonna have a massage therapist on, but not just a massage therapist. The massage therapist for the soccer team here in Utah, who is my massage therapist, and he does neuromodulation, which is something very different and very practical, for the dental hygienist, taking care of our bodies because self care is incredibly important. Taking care of our bodies. So I'm excited to have Edgar on to discuss his practice and what he kind of sees, um, it just on a daily basis. Who else are we going to have on, Joffrey, that I'm spacing right now?
Ooh, Kim McCready, Signature Dental
Oh,
Partners co-founder.
Kim.
She will be on with us.
And I believe now that you triggered my memory, teacher Tina, and
Yeah.
we're going to dive into some anesthetic questions. So, if you're listening to this podcast and there is something that you would like us to ask teacher Tina or have a specific question about anesthetic, let us know. We can have that prepared for her to answer. Um, who else?
I don't know. The list is long. We've got so many fun stuff lined up.
We
Those are
do.
definitely the next upcoming ones, though.
Yes.
We are going to be at the Wasatch Study Club on February 23rd here
Yeah.
in Utah.
Provo, right? Provo,
Yes.
Orem?
Uh-huh. We're going to be doing our thing, telling them about the podcast, getting their ideas on what kind of episodes they want to hear about.
Mhm.
We do have I'm gonna tell them, Amanda, about the new shirt design that we have coming
I'm
out.
excited for it. I'm very excited for
I
it.
know. It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be purple. It's gonna be embossed. It's gorgeous. It's gonna be a great t-shirt.
Yes.
And then, oh my gosh, I guess lastly, let's talk about RDH Under One Roof coming up in July.
Denver 2024. Very excited that it's going to be so close to home and we're not traveling into another time zone, uh, or a humid place for this one. So, Denver. Okay, what is the fun surprise that we get to tell people about this year?
Okay, Amanda and I were chosen to be the RDH Community Connections Award recipients. Or we're on the what is that exact? I think like I said that wrong.
I don't think it's an award. I think it's just we get to be part of the program. I mean, if there's an award involved, that's awesome. But yeah, so I believe it's Patterson Dental is sponsoring it.
Yes, they are sponsoring it, and we will get to be working with Jackie Sanders, she's amazing. I'm so excited about that.
Jackie is so fun. I was trying to describe this to my husband, and he's like, I don't know what this means. And I'm like, she's like the godfather of dental hygiene, okay? This is all you need to know. And he goes, oh, okay.
And and Andrew Johnson is giving us some time in the podcast lounge. So we will get to interview whoever we'd like.
So Andrew of A Tale of Two Hygienists.
That is correct. Yes, who has a lot more experience podcasting than us, and he is here to help us out. So it'll be really fun.
Yes. And we kind of have a plan already for what we're going to do for the podcasts, that 3-hour block that we have on the convention floor. And is it okay to say what that is?
Dude, yes, Amanda, tell him.
Okay.
I think it's going to be so fun.
Okay, so we were brainstorming this morning at brunch. Brainstorming brunch. It's a thing that everybody should do. And so we decided we just want to hear funny stories from hygienists, the big name hygienists and everybody, but just super funny stories. And so that obviously sparked the conversation between Joffree and myself of funny things that have happened to us clinically over the years. And so that was a very good time this morning at brunch, excuse me.
Yes. Okay.
So we're looking forward to hearing other people's like funny things.
Bring the laughter to RDH under one roof with Hygiene Elevated's podcast. It's going to be so fun. I guess, Amanda, before we hop off here, will you tell them the funny clinical story that you told me this morning?
But then you're stealing my content for July. But no, I will because it's still so funny. Okay. So I was in Daybreak. I was working in Daybreak, which is a place here in Utah. And I had this patient that came in with a Michael Kors bag. And, I complimented her and I was like, I love your bag. It's really cute, blah, blah, blah. We started talking about her purse. And I started, just talking about my preference. I really love a leather purse. I'm not so much into the name brand, but I like a good quality leather bag. And so we were just chit-chatting and she was like, the thing that I really love about Michael Kors is that they use fox leather. And I was like, fox leather. And so I didn't ask her anything about it. I was just really puzzled in my mind. So I was continuing on with the appointment. And midway through the appointment, it dawns on me. She meant faux leather, not fox leather. Because I was like, I have never heard of fox leather. Like, you use fox, like you wear fox, it's the fur, but not fox leather. It took me a long time. And I was like, should I correct her? And I didn't. I didn't know how to say it. Like, no, that's not fox. It's faux. So, oh gosh.
I love that. Okay.
Faux leather, not fox. For anybody that did not know, FAUX is faux, not fox.
I love that. Thanks so much.
Unless Michael Kors is using fox leather and I was unaware. Somebody let me know. Correct us. But I'm pretty sure it was faux.
I'm sure it was. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.